Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the VLE HMIS training series. Today, I will be showing you some of the changes to Servicepoint. The look of Servicepoint will be looking a little more updated, but there will be no major changes to the functions. So first, we're going to log in. When you first log in, once the system transfers over, it's most likely going to ask you to update your password. And it's going to say password is expired, and it's going to ask you to put in your new password. So it's going to ask you to make sure that your password matches. And the first thing you're going to see pop up, once again, is going to be the software license agreement. This is the agreement that you saw when you first logged into Servicepoint the first time you became an employee at your agency. This is the end user agreement, as well as software product license, just telling you the basics about using this product, which is Servicepoint. I'm going to go ahead and click accept. Once I click accept, it's going to bring you to the front page. The front page, as you can see, looks a little different, but it's still familiar to you. At the top, you will notice that things are going to stay the same, and it's going to pretty much say your region, as well as it's going to say what program, your main program that you have access to. One of the big differences you're going to see at the top is where it says WellSky Community Services. You're probably used to things saying Servicepoint. So just keep in mind that Community Services is exactly the same as Servicepoint. It just was a name change. Now we'll take a look at some of the other changes. So one thing that you will notice on the left-hand side, you will notice that now things look a little different, as well as the color is different. It's a blue. The first thing you will notice is the last view. So let's say you've been working with several profiles. Here is where you would see multiple users that you have been, multiple clients that you've been working with in their client numbers, and you would be able to go back to them. Let's say that you accepted some clients as favorites that you're probably working with right now. You would also see those clients that are your favorites that you can click right into right here on the left side of your page. Next, you will see home. Home is when you click it, no matter where you go, it's going to bring you back to this main overall homepage dashboard that we have. The next thing you will see is clients, which is the area that you will mainly be working in. Clients is going to be where you do all of your searches. This is pretty much where everything for Client Point is. So it's going to go ahead and click clients. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing. It just looks a little different, a little more modern. So you would go ahead and put your client's name in. Put in the information that you have. As you can see, it's the same. Right here, you can pick your dates. Everything looks pretty much the same. It's just that it's just a little more modern look. I'm going to go ahead and click search. Nobody's going to come up, so I'm going to go ahead and add a new client with this information. I'm going to click OK. And as you can see, it brings you to a client profile. The client profile looks pretty much the same. Once again, it's just a more modern look. Everything as far as adding an entry exit, you can still do on that main client profile summary, and you would click add entry exit. If you were living in a household, you would also once again do start new household. Let's say you needed to update any information in client profile, you would click client profile. And you would do as you always do, click the pencil to do any edits, as well as the same thing for client demographics. So everything is the same, just a different look. The same thing goes for the household tab. If you need to search for existing household, update a household, or create a new household, you can still do that from that tab. If you need to add a release of information underneath the ROI tab, you would click add release of information as you always did, and it's pretty much the same as well. Entry exits look the same. Case management is also the same, and case plans are also the same. So everything is pretty much the same, just giving you a better look. And as you can see, when you scroll, it'll have all of your assessments or anything that you would probably have available for your specific clients. Now to go back to the client search page, which is clients once again. You will be to look for a client ID number. You would do the same thing that you've always done. You'll scroll down to the bottom and it's still the same. Look, click 681, the client will just open and it'll bring you right to that client. To go back to home, click home and it'll bring you back to the dashboard. The only other things I'm going to show you is shelters. Shelters have not changed. The only thing that is different is that it looks completely a little more modern. So you would do everything that you normally would do with no issues. The same thing goes for reports. So let's go to reports. So once you go to reports, the report most of you are always looking at is going to be that COC APR report. So I'm going to go to that. And as you can see, the search report options look the same. Going to put some date ranges in. And as you can see from over here, you have the option of putting today's date. Now the only difference is the calendar has the little dot in it that just show you that that's today's date. Going to go ahead and click build a report. And at the top, it will do as it normally does. And your only difference is that it looks a little different. It's completed. Click the magnifying glass and it brings you the report. And as you can see from our test site, it's going to all look pretty much the same, just a little more modern look. And you'll still be able to click hyperlinks of those clients and different information. Going to go back to the home page and just let you take a look at that once more. And if you have access to multiple programs, you can always click enter data as for that same program right on the right-hand side as you always do. As you can see, enter data as, and you will pick the program like you've always done in the past. And backdate mode has not changed. It's also on the right-hand side. You will pick those backdate mode dates that you need, and that will be the only differences. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any concerns, you can email us at HMISDEPT@vialink.org. Thank you and goodbye.